Well, hello there, YouTube. Welcome to a shockingly warm 45-degree Tuesday, the 28th of March. I don't think it's supposed to be as nice today, but it hasn't rained yet. If it's supposed to, just don't even know. But yeah, it's very comfortable, very peaceful. I love it, especially in the springtime. All the birds, and did you guys hear it was either a hawk or an eagle when I was driving Kelly's little Gen 7 red cat the other day. That was cool. I didn't notice it. Just so used to hearing stuff like that. But when I'm sitting there with my headphones, it was almost like I dubbed in some background sound. That was all natural. That was pretty cool. But anyway, welcome to Tuesday. Wasn't quite so pretty this morning, Mama.
No, she kind of overcast and kind of drizzly.
But the coolest, it wasn't quite instant karma, but close enough. We're driving along in the center lane in this newer, one of those monstrosity Ford, what do they call them? Explorers or Expedition, whatever it is. The great
big one.
Massive SUV. Woof! Comes by us at about 90. I go, just imagine if that thing hit somebody.
Yeah, that's like a mess.
It's like a part of like a train locomotive flying down the freeway. Yeah. So we get up by the grain silos there in Kalama. There's like, was it 3 cops?
There was 3.
Had him pulled over. That boy's gonna have a bad day. And they're all sneaking up on him. So
is in trouble.
Yeah. Karma. Yep. Get you every time.
I like karma.
Yeah. Well, Mama.
Yes, Papa.
It's Tuesday. Let's get in here and bust her out. However today. Well, I know I got to finish that Sprocket. It's stuck.
Yeah.
Well, I got it off, but
now we got to finish up.
Clean it up, get the new one on, ship it down the road. And one of those with 9 bajillion miles on it.
Yeah.
All right, Mama.
Alrighty, Hug.
Have a good day.
You too.
Love you. See you. Bye.
I love you.
Bye-bye now.
Bye.
I kind of have a spider problem. Holy moly. And there's 2 outside that can't even fit in here. That was that stuck sprocket. Look at the original Kluber grease still on it from 2015. This thing's never had anything done to it. But you gotta take all that off to get that puller in there to get it out. But she's on the rebound now. Yeah, day's over. I'm out of work. Out of work for the day. What a crazy spider day. Spiders, spider customers. Yeah, all spider customers. So yeah, it was didn't get nothing filmed. I was just go. That white spider, I got all that all done. In fact, he was down there picking it up and we chit-chatting and whatever. Kelly's dropping off. There's a FedEx drop-off center inside this. Whoa, greens. Got some personal paperwork we're sending off. Tracking numbers coming and going. But yeah, kind of busy, but not busy vlog day. Alright, now let's mess around with these shocks. And you know how I like my lightweight shock oil, so I went all the way to 20 with these shocks. 20 weight, that is. Again, I just do not like bleeding shocks. What a pain in the butt. But anyway, oh look, an old Pinto. I had a friend, his sister had one of those green ones just like that. But anyway, I'm gonna swing by and get some 30 and 40 weight. Even with 20, them things all but doing. There's not adjustment. I'm sure you can order them, but there's not any adjustment damping pistons, and they're like old school, really high-end shocks, you know, like my buggies and stuff. Well, instead of having holes in it, they're on the edge, so the relief holes or the damping holes are running against the bore of the shock. And anyway, I'm just gonna jump straight to 40, but I'm gonna get 30 just in case. I'll do 1, see how it reacts. I'd never put that thick of oil in there. I mean, some people love 80 weight, and then if you watch them, you might as well just, you know, take the shocks out, put some little steel struts in there, because that looks like how it performs. You know, I know there's some advantages to that under certain things, but I want that scale look as well. I want to see the suspension functioning as it should. But more on that later. Sitting here BSing in the car. How's that for a vlog? Hobbytown, USA. A couple of young kids. Cads? I don't even know what that is. They're bringing their trucks in here to have somebody look at them. Anyway, I go in there, drop Mom off at Hobby Lobby. She's looking for craft stuff over there at the mall that's behind me there. Alrighty. So I was able to get part of the shock oil. I wanted 30 and 40. These are Proline Pro Spec, Pro Scale, whatever. They're, well, actually, they're supposed to be the same length, but they're about 5 millimeters shorter than the stock. Those are all, of course, everything's stock on this, other than the speed controller and the wheels. But anyway, I decided, because they recommend 40 to 50 or 30 to 50. So I kind of like things soft, so I use 20. So these have supposedly 30 weight in them right out of the box. So I switched these. I went halfway. So this is out of the K10. That's the 150. So I put 15 weight. These are the ones off of the K10 stock shocks with 15 weight oil in there. So this, I put 20 weight in, and I mean, it's like no damping. It's almost like there's not even a piston in it. I mean, it almost just snaps up by itself. So even with 15 weight instead of 20 in the stock shocks, you can literally see the kind of stops and tapers off at the top. Of course, I got the spring rate. This is the rear. Yeah, the rear shocks. The fronts, they still have the spacers in there. The reason I left those spacers in there from the factory, which these things have all the way around. This may be funky, but I don't know if you can see them or not. But it's got those little stoppers on the bottom. So I took them out on the rear, and it allows it to flex more, because they come up and bottom out and stop. But I couldn't do it to the front for the same reason I'm having issues with those Desert Eagle lizards. Desert lizards. Oh my Lord, it's too late at night. They collapse and hit the steering horn. The panhard bar comes up. It's the backside of the steering horn. So I left the spacers, which this one has stock, everything's stock, and left them in the front and took them out of the rear so you can see them. That's one of the front. Yeah, both of these are front shocks. They've got them zip tied together. So those are the fronts, and I took them out of the rear. They actually work really, really good with the amount of sag I set in them, and the 15 weight oil. But even with 20, these things are, I swear, it's almost like the damping, the piston's in there. It's almost like the damping piston's not in there. Probably why they say 30 to 50 weight oil. So didn't have the 30 there. They had 35, and I'm thinking, yeah, that's too close to the 40. But I went digging in my box. This is over 30 years old. This is older than my son. That's some associated oil there too. This is associated. If you see the AE, Associated Electronics, which is just what that is. But I remember all the associated oil always being those cool gold metal flake things. That's crazy. Look at that. $3.50 whenever that was purchased. Of course, these are all 2 ounces and this is 4 ounces, twice the quantity. So, I mean, that's a good price for now. I mean, nowadays, but yeah, I don't remember what I paid for these. It was no $3.50. And look, it's an old price gun. Chunk chunk it. Remember loading the tapes and those things and setting the price? I remember doing that. Price guns. I think we were still using price guns when we started working for, which is now Pro Caliber, working for Longview Motorsports in 2000. I think were we still using price guns in 2000 at work?
I think so.
Yeah, seems like we were. Now when you get them, it's like that. You know, it's printer prints them out. It's got the barcode and all kinds of inventory information and stuff. They're much nicer setup. So instead of doing all 3 of these, I'm gonna swap the 20 weight out of this and put 40 in it and see if I can. Yeah, that was so sticky, almost knocked the spring retainer off the bottom. I feel a shock with this. I feel a free floating spring with that. I haven't put them on the truck. Spring tension wise, they feel literally exactly the same. So, and this is just the way they came out of the box. I've made no adjustments. But it's got dual stage springs, so you got that soft, supple collapse with that top one, and then the business ends down at the bottom. Larger diameter shafts, I think by 0.5 millimeter or something like that. So anyway, let's swap to some 40 weight in this bad boy and see if we can make some kind of difference. I'm gonna end up losing that thing, aren't I? It's almost impossible to do this one-handed. But you got a little cup. This holds the spring like so, and this one's sitting on that. Of course, it faces that way. And that thing's like super, super soft. Can you remember the old dual stage springs on the dirt bikes and stuff? You remember the cool high-tech stuff was lay down rear shocks and leading axle front forks? Dating myself, I reckon. But that seems like it's just yesterday, though. So I need that stand, because now I'm short a stand again. So I had to have a 150 Ranger XLT. Oh, I'll put a push bumper on it. I thought about getting that for the Chevy, but the bar was right over the bow tie, or not? Yeah, the bow tie on the front. Well, this doesn't have the oval like Ford does nowadays. It just has the big Ford across the front. Too bad they didn't make that one an actual piece instead of a sticker. But that's pretty fancy. Lovely old gal. All right, let's dump some oil and put some new oil in here. Because that 20 weight oil, that's a clean little crafty cup thing Kelly's got. That's never ran, other than me pushing the shocks in and out. I will just pour that right back in the bottle. If there's even enough to, you'd be surprised how little shocks hold. But she's sitting there doing her little drip, glub thing. I do like that push bumper on there. Or whatever the heck you call them. I call them a push bumper. That's how I know them. The dual stage foams. Oh, I didn't even tell you. Remember when I first drove this thing? These are Go Hobby or something like that. Some company I found those on. I was attracted by the satin look of the aluminum. But I told you that the foams are literally sliding inside and the whole tire's just like flopping to one side. Yeah. garbage foams in these. The foams from Hobby Park, that wheel kit that I have on the K10, perfect. Doesn't need foams. I mean, it's just perfect. So I bought some Endura dual stage foams. They're a copy of Proline stuff, and which is what those bags, that's the tires, and I think that was the foams in those bags. But anyway, they're a copy of them, or whatever you want to call it. And people have been saying good things about them. You can get a 4-pack for less than the price of a 2-pack of the Pro Lines. But if you're serious about this stuff, you buy the real thing. You can hear it. The foams are sliding on because there's like a ring, or the spacer's like the center of a rim of whatever. But literally, you can hear them sliding across the rim, the inner rim. That don't work. So the dual stage, well, we explained that dual stage stuff on the Bronco when I did all Pro Line stuff on that. And the Toledo wheels, whew, weighted wheels, those are nice. All right. That was the answer. See a slight delay as it's coming up. She's got damping. Before it was just bouncing. It was just like dong. That feels quite good, actually. Really, really good. That's some nice shocks right there. Conventional stuff. No droop. Those go on the K10. Yeah, I like it. There's the old stalker. There we are. Kelly goes, ooh, I like the blue anodized. Says Pro Line, Mama, Pro Line. Alrighty. Well, hello there, you two. So we got that sorted out. 40 weight. We'll get it on the truck and take it for a drive somewhere and see how it works.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's got it. That's weird. That's some heavier than I ever used.
Yeah.
I used 30, obviously, at one point. I don't remember what it was. It's probably that low slung Ford rally truck, whatever is that, Tamaya? Because I have the real short suspension. I was probably using it in that. I would imagine. A lot of it was gone, so I used it a lot. But I was anal about changing shock oil all the time, too. It's like you do your motorcycles, but anyway, that was a lot of fun. That just, like, it's got me so relaxed. I'm like in another world. I will sleep good tonight.
Good.
There's something just overwhelmingly, the only word I can think of, therapeutic about goofing around with those things.
Mm-hmm.
Reminds me of a kid building all the models, semi-trucks and airplanes and cars. And man, I just spend hours building those things. That was fun stuff. But it's late at night. We gonna roll.
Alrighty. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. We will talk to you tomorrow. Same smoke time, same smoke channel. Don't forget to give her a thumbs up. And you guys have an amazing Wednesday or Thursday.
Heck yeah. We'll see you then.
We'll see you in the morning.
All right. Thanks for hanging out with us today. Bye-bye.